4 words. It just got real. Hotel RIU Palace Jamaica. Let's go. One of the most famous hotels in all of Jamaica, possibly the most popular and one of the most notorious throughout the entire RIU hotel portfolio. Adults only, right on the beach, in the heart of Montego Bay. Is the hype real? We are going to find out. I'm so excited to be here. Let's get it going. Hotel RIU Palace Jamaica.
To the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me. We can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown. Destination unknown, Destination unknown,
RIU Palace Jamaica, finally. I'm finally here. I got here early and I was escorted to the RIU class check-in line. I was greeted with a delicious glass of champagne, very classy. But before I could really enjoy it, I was handed back my credentials and told that my room was ready 2 hours early. Bees come to mind, bees, when I think about my overall first impression of this property. First of all, this is more of a boutique RIU Palace. I am used to the grand palatial castle style structures that I've seen in Mexico and Dominican Republic. This is a more boutique, smaller in stature style RIU Palace. So I'm definitely interested in what that is going to be like. When I got to my room, the bees theme continued. First of all, the bathroom has both a dual vanity as well as a water closet and a rainhead shower. There is a bathtub, a jacuzzi tub that separates the bedroom from the bathroom. The bed is definitely more comfortable than what is across the way at Hotel RIU Montego Bay. Now, it's not amazing. It's barely even good, but certainly an upgraded mattress compared to what I had over at my last stay. This utility room is basically just that. It features a small and uncomfortable love seat. I can't imagine people use that for anything but storage. And there is a work area here in case you, unfortunately, have to get some things done. There is a little bit of greenery to look at, but that is basically overshadowed literally by the drainage ditch. That's just right outside my balcony. So if you want an awesome view, I recommend upgrading to a higher level room. RIU is no longer using this design language anymore. They've kind of upgraded to something more modern. This really doesn't bother me too much, but it is getting a little long in the tooth. The most prestigious part of any RIU hotel room is the minibar. But I'm gonna have to talk about that later. And there is a lot to talk about, but I gotta scramble. The restaurants here at RIU Palace Jamaica work on a reservation system, which I don't think I've encountered before at a RIU. The second I got to my room, I started to make my reservations and found out that every restaurant is booked up for tonight, which is really disheartening. I'm going to turn a worst case scenario into best case scenario. I'm gonna do something I've never done before on the channel and do it in a big way. I'm going off campus tonight, and I'm just not going anywhere. I'm taking you to the coolest ultra lounge in all of Montego Bay. This is a place I would want to go to if I was in London, Tokyo, San Diego, Miami, and it's a mile away. The drinks look incredible, the mixology looks awesome, the food looks delicious, and it is an authentic Jamaican lounge. I'm gonna get settled, organized, rest up a little bit, and then later tonight we are off to Pier Ultra Lounge. All right, good morning. No, not at all. It's like 1:30 p.m. I put a hurting on Pier Ultra Lounge last night, and that place put a hurting on me. I'll give you an update on that. You definitely want to hear it. While I'm here getting my afternoon coffee, I want to give you a rundown of the mini bar. This is a staple of any RIU experience. RIU is a pioneer in the mini bar game. Of course, you got the alcohol dispenser up top. The Four Horsemen is what I call it. This is gonna differ a little bit at every RIU, but up here we got a whiskey, a dark rum, a vodka, a gin. Respectable brands up here as well. Below we got the coffee maker setup, and then below that we got the mini fridge, a large mini fridge if you want to put your own stuff in there, or maybe bring some stuff back from the cafe. We have Coca-Cola products, regular Coke, Coke Zero. RIU is very smart. They give you lots of mixers. You got these sparkling water, mineral waters, as well as Sprites that go great with what's up top here. Of course, you have to have a red stripe in your mini bar in Jamaica. And RIU is showing off some island love. They're giving some love to Dominican Republic. They got these portable Presidentes, these pocket rockets. These go great with the red stripe. They're a great 1-2 combo. Now, unfortunately, here at RIU Palace Jamaica, they only replenish the minibar every other day. I hope that's not going to be a thing moving forward at all RIUs, but here it's every other day. So knowing that, as soon as I checked in, I tracked down the minibar guy and I slipped him a $5 bill, and that totally changed the game. He hooked me up with these bigas. These bigas are phenomenal. These are a Jamaican staple. It's pretty much a Fanta, but these are great on ice, especially with anything up top here. More gigantic waters. You can brush your teeth with the water on tap here, so you don't have to waste your bottled water brushing your teeth. These are great for coffee or just keeping bedside. Speaking of coffee, hopefully this will get me through the next couple of days. And then more Coca-Cola products, more mini waters, and then another sixer of these pocket rockets. So $5 and a smile will get you everywhere you need to go with the minibar guy. I'm gonna finish this, hopefully get coherent, jump outside. Huge day today, huge weekend actually. So rarely in life do you get peace and quiet. No, rarely in life do you get exactly what you want. And I got exactly what I wanted at Pure Ultra Lounge last night. It was conveniently close to RIU, just about a mile away, $10 cab ride, extremely safe. The crowd was very friendly, the staff even more so, extremely secure in there. It was an authentic Jamaican experience. I'd say 90% locals, 10% tourists. They're trying to get more tourists in there, so you should definitely go check it out. And the reason for that is that the drinks and the food were amazing. The drinks were definitely my favorite part. The mixology was phenomenal, phenomenally creative, phenomenally beautiful, and phenomenally delicious. If you haven't had a Bob Marley in Jamaica from a proper establishment, then you have not had a Bob Marley. Here they are creamy, they are rich, they are juicy, they are succulent, they are divine. The alien brain hemorrhage was memorable, lots of fun shots. I finished with the Skull Crusher or something like that. It was twice the price of every other drink on the menu, the most expensive drink, pretty much all alcohol, and after that it was lights out. All right, pool number one is a wrap. It's in the books. Deceptively large, but still kind of small for a RIU. It's quiet. You can swim a lap, get a drink, relax, chill, take in the views. Not a bad place for any of those things, but not the place for me. The pool for me is the one next door. That's where the action is. You can probably hear it in the background. It's 3 p.m. Things are just getting started. Head over and check it out. All right, I need to hurry up and get out of here. I have a dinner at 7, and then I need to hurry up and get out of there because I need to come back here, change, white party over at RIU Montego Bay. We have to do that. And then tomorrow there is a foam party over at RIU Reggae. That is an absolute certainty as well. So 2 fun days and nights in front of us. Before I head out to dinner at Zen, I definitely want to talk about today and the surprises that came along with it. The pools are surprisingly large. When I first got out there, I was disappointed in their size. And although they aren't the largest, especially for a RIU, given the size of this property, they are adequately sized, if not oversized. I like that the pools had different personalities. One was more classical and traditional, and then the other one had more volume, definitely had a lot more attitude. Even though it had some volume, it definitely was not as loud as I thought it would be. I thought, RIU Palace, Jamaica, peak season on a Friday, I was expecting a little bit of crazy chaos, and it was much more calm and quiet than I would have ever imagined. I'm out the door to Hotel RIU Montego Bay next door for the white party. I'm suited up, I'm ready to go. There's only one per week. That's it. One on a Friday night. That means this is my only opportunity to hit up a RIU party while I'm in Jamaica. Real quickly, Zen, the Asian restaurant, was way better than what it should have been. For a RIU all-inclusive Asian restaurant in Jamaica, shockingly decent. Again, for what it was. So if you want to know which dishes were the best, I actually ate them in order. It usually doesn't turn out that way, but that's the way it went down. So it's about to go down. Hotel RIU Montego Bay next door for the white party. All right, it's a good day, literally. It's the name of this drink. A little Miami Vice with grenadine, blue curacao, a little cranberry, and love. As far as last night, the white party was brilliant. Yes, it was fun, it was energetic, it was memorable, it was cool, it was different. The crowd here is different. This is one of the most expensive RIUs throughout the entire ecosystem, and with that, it brings an older crowd, a quieter crowd, which I kind of touched on yesterday. So when I got there at 8:30, there was a singer. There wasn't even a DJ, and she was doing cover songs. I'm like, well, what is this? And then I was told that the DJ comes on at 9, and it makes sense because she was kind of catering to, you know, kind of classical songs, older songs. And then the DJ came on at 9, and he started with like 80s stuff, 90s stuff, of course with a modern twist and some edge. But as the older crowd kind of funneled out and the newer crowd funneled in, he turned up the volume and went EDM, some newer stuff. RIU is very well aware who their customer is here, and they cater to the crowd throughout the night. I thought that was very conscientious. So the foam party starts at RIU Reggae at 3. It's about 2:15. I'm at the energetic pool, which is where I was yesterday. I'm just gonna chill at the bar, get a couple drinks in me pre-game, and then it's over to Reggae at 3 p.m. for the foam party. So I had to call a quick audible. The buffet was poolside. I had to check it out. Definitely a little smaller than the one over at Hotel RIU Montego Bay, but way better quality. And I'm definitely looking forward to getting over there for breakfast at some point. Anyway, we are here, Hotel RIU Reggae. I'm actually gonna spend 4 nights here after I finish up at Palace, but let's see what it's like. Major nostalgia right now. RIU Reggae is the Jamaican version of RIU Republica in Punta Cana. Same style of hotel. I think the experience is going to differ a little bit, but of course I have to get over here and dive in to really figure that out. But it seems like it's the Jamaican version of RIU Republica, which I'm really excited about. The foam party started at 3, it goes on for 2 hours. It had a gingerly start. I actually was a little nervous, but by 3:30 it started to ramp up, and by 4 it was peak. There's about 20 minutes left, but it's pretty much winding down. I need to get back to the room and salvage every single minute I can. So last night at the lobby bar, while I was inhaling donuts at 9:30 p.m., which is a major problem as of late, I had an epiphany, a moment of clarity, if you will. You know, I couldn't quite figure out how I wanted to squeeze in all this content. I definitely want to show you Montego Bay. I have thoughts on that property, especially since I spent a couple nights over there kind of prepping for this trip. But I'm going to save that for the RIU Reggae video, which is coming up after this one. Once I leave RIU Palace Jamaica, I no longer have access to this property. When I go over to RIU Reggae, I do get access to Montego Bay. And if you're wondering, if you're staying at Montego Bay, you don't get access to anywhere. You're kind of in jail over there. So since I'm going to be over at Reggae for 4 nights, I think that'd be probably the better time to show you what Montego Bay is like. Those properties are probably the most similar as well, so it just kind of makes sense. Since I won't get access to this property once I leave tomorrow, I really want to make most of my time here. Today is going to be a beach day. I pretty much have the place to myself, and for a Montego Bay beach, this is pretty nice. I have dinner tonight at Cristal, which is usually the best restaurant at a RIU Palace. Last night, I just happened to walk into the buffet. just to grab a couple snacks, and it was a huge improvement from what I saw over at RIU Montego Bay. So maybe I could even pull off an elusive double dinner. There's an entertainment show tonight here, I believe. We gotta check out maybe a little bit of nightlife. Still a lot to do here at RIU Palace. It's my last day here. I really want to take full advantage of it. Like the pool, the beach was deceptively large. Now, it's not a sprawling beach like you'll find at a RIU Palace in Mexico or in the Dominican Republic. It is on the smaller side, but much larger than what it appears to be. Definitely more seating than people, and there was a variety of seating. There were spots on the beach, there were spots in the palm trees, there were spots next to the pool. You could even be way back on the yonder, kind of tucked back by the buildings if you wanted some privacy, but still wanted that beach experience. The water was crystal clear, minimal seaweed, which means the beach really didn't require that much maintenance. The water was gentle, more gentle than bath water. And today on a weekend during peak season, I essentially had it all to myself. Now, I haven't been in Jamaica for the longest time, but I've been here for long enough to know that the best beaches are on the other side of the country. But for a Montego Bay hotel, especially one that's kind of right in the middle of the action, trust me, for the beach, you could do much, much worse. Just finished up at Cristal. Not only is it the best restaurant here at RIU Palace Jamaica, it's the best RIU dinner I've had in my life. If all RIU meals were like that, it would redefine what people think about RIU food. I've said it over the years, RIU continues to make progress in their food, and that meal fortifies that statement. While I'm here, I'm gonna sneak into the back of the buffet. All the restaurants are in this one general area. I love it when resorts and hotels group all the restaurants together. They're really easy to find, jump back and forth if you want. So I'm gonna sneak in the back and show you how legit this dinner buffet is. So legit. It was busy, and rightfully so, but then it just kind of petered out after the rush went through. It is busy like that. It's chaos at Montego Bay the entire time. It's so busy, you really can't even take any videos. So what I'm gonna do right now before the entertainment show is jump over to the lobby bar, get some drinks. All right, let me ask you something. What cocktail lounge, lobby bar, mixed drink place has donuts as their only food? RIU Palace Jamaica, and they are gloriously positioned on the counter. And how am I the only one indulging in these delicious donuts? Like, the drinks are flowing, it's getting later into the evening. Does everyone else just have amazing restraint? Am I the only one with no shame? I don't know, but it's a problem. Major problem. Anyway, I digress. The night is going swimmingly. I'm off to the evening entertainment show, and tonight, ironically, it features 0 Jamaicans. All right, good morning. It is always fun and games until the weekend ends and the sobriety of life and the mental sobriety hits you right in the face. My plan was to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and bring you back to where I finished my night last night, which was Aqua. Aqua is the 24-hour bar here at RIU. There's always usually one 24-hour bar, whether it's the sports bar, whatever. I've been there a lot throughout my trip. It's where you go for your early morning or late night coffee, early morning, late night drink. They got snacks there. And that's where everybody migrated to last night after the Aqua show, which I definitely need to fill you in on. I need to get over to the buffet immediately. I wanted to be there right away in the morning. I almost always am, like clockwork, but I just ran out of gas. Deal's a deal, and plus I need to get some breakfast. So I'm headed over to the breakfast buffet, and we're gonna wrap up our stay here at RIU Palace Jamaica. So RIU Palace Jamaica, let's wrap up this video. 5 negatives, 5 positives. Let's get the negatives out of the way as usual. The first one is that this property is small. This is a boutique version and it really lacks the design and architecture that makes a RIU Palace a RIU Palace. Number 2, because it's small, it is sometimes boring and really quiet. It doesn't have that usual and expected RIU energy and vibe. Number 3, the property is incomplete. When I think of a RIU Palace, I think of multiple pools like 3, 4, or 5. I think of various restaurants, 5, 6, or 7. I think of sprawling courtyards. I think of grand walkways. I think of more prominent late night options. Number 4 would be the price. It's expensive. It is the most expensive RIU Palace I have been to, and at this price, it really starts to deteriorate the value. Now, I still think the value is there, but it is less pronounced. And lastly, the property is loud. Now, overall, the property is quite tame, quiet, and tranquil, but the loudness comes from overhead. That's 3 within 2 minutes. We don't have 4. 6. It is right in the middle of a flight path. There are planes going over constantly. When I go on vacation, I go to escape, and there's nothing more sobering or reminding of real life or the gears of industry than jet engines flying overhead every minute or 2. So those are the negatives, but what about the positives? The first one would be the service. It is the best RIU service I've had up until this point. It better be because of the price, but they definitely deliver on the service aspect. Number 2 would be the food, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Usually the food is a detriment. It is an albatross at a RIU property, and this one, for a RIU, it was delightful. Whether it was Cristal or the buffets, I approached my meals with more excitement than I did anxiety. Number 3 would be the entertainment. It's all done in-house, it's all customized, and you can really tell it's a major place of emphasis by these properties here at RIU Montego Bay, whether it is the nightly entertainment show or the white party over at the other property. The entertainment here is not only awesome for a RIU, it is awesome overall. Number 4 would be the consistency. By far the most consistent RIU experience I've had. Doesn't mean it's the greatest or best, but the most consistent, from the food to the entertainment to the service, just kind of to the overall experience. This property is extremely, extremely consistent. And then lastly would be the access to the other properties. And this is important. Without that, it really wouldn't make the experience what it is, but you get access to the white parties over at RIU Montego Bay. You get access to the foam and pool parties over at RIU Reggae. Having access to the 2 other properties really rounds out and completes the RIU Palace experience. And without it, I'm not sure that this property would be what it is. So overall, with everything taken into account, I'm gonna give RIU Palace Jamaica a 4.5. It's not the best RIU I've been to, it's not the best RIU Palace, but I have had some of my best RIU experiences here at RIU Palace Jamaica.